W8CNN KBD Churchy.
This is the PARK Amateur Radio Club repeater NHNBL. The time is 9 p.m.
Okay, the magic clock did its thing. So this is KB8HRG. What is today? I guess it must be the 19th. So, anyway, at 9 o'clock on the second Tuesday of each week, never mind, on each Tuesday night at 9 o'clock we have the Parkersburg Amateur Radio 2-meter net. Or if you're on 440, you can be over there too, by the way. My name is Earl. My call is KB8HRG, and I'll be net control. I have a side tech next door to me whose name is Jane. Her call is N8MOW, and she helps me out with keeping me straight on the net. But since I haven't done it in a while, we're going to just start off and pause for a second to see if there's any emergency or traffic to be passed through this station before we start the net. So I'm going to pause for that right now. Not hearing anyone, and that was an opportunity to speak up if you needed to pass anything. If there's anything that is a priority message or something that of emergency nature that you want to pass, you're allowed to break in at any time, and we'll give you an opportunity to make a statement or whatever you need to do for any emergency action that needs to be taking place. This is an Aries net, so if you're an Aries member, you don't have to be an Aries member, but if you're an Aries member, we kind of keep track of how many Aries members there are in our club area or whoever checks in. So would you also report that when you check in? With the following information, I would like for you first to give me your call and then your name and then whether or not you're an Aries member, and then also whether or not you would like to make a comment or not. If you'd like to make a comment, just say in, and if you wish not to, just say out. Then with that, I'm going to pause, and I have 2 Echolink check-ins already that I've heard check in. KE8TKY, Jim, and WD8CNN checked in. So I heard them check in on Echolink, and I'll leave that open for them. So I'm going to call on Jim right off the bat. Jim, go ahead and check in, please.
Good evening. This is KE8TKY. That is Kilo Echo 8 Tango Kilo Yankee. I'm not Aries, and I'll just go ahead and be out this evening. And you've also got Scott in there, Earl. Back to the net, KE8TKY clear.
Okay, I didn't catch Scott checking in on the net, so I will pick him up after Charlie. So, WD8CNN, you want to make a comment this evening?
All right, Earl, this is WD8CNN. Well, yeah, I'll make the comments now, I guess. That way, and move on in. I'm non-Aries, by the way. And we're located at MacArthur, West Virginia, down there, Beckley. No Parkersburg boy. We like to check in there. And you know me, I always like to talk and say nothing. I hate what it amounts to. Anyway, we'll keep it short. Nothing too much else to add. We'll just take it even here by up there, WB8CNN.
All righty. Well, that's good to hear you always. And I'm glad you always check in, and whenever you're in the Parkersburg area, please stop by and look us up. I haven't seen you in the Coons Age, and the last time I saw you down at one of the Hamfests, but I didn't go to the Charleston Hamfest this time, so I didn't get an opportunity to see you then. Okay, Scott, I know you're out fishing someplace, but you took time enough to do that. And if Jim reported you checking in on Echolink, go ahead and check back in, please.
Net Control, KB8HRG. This is KE8UTO, non-Aries. My name is Scott, and I'll be in and out tonight, Earl. Thanks for checking me in, and hope everybody has a good week.
Connected. Kilo Alpha 8 November Juliet Whiskey. Kilo Echo 8 Uniform Tango Oscar. Disconnected.
Okay, I think I heard Jerry in there. Am I not correct? Go ahead and check in, Jerry. I'm taking Echolink check-ins.
Okie dokie. Well, I just thought I'd check in with Echolink, and I'll be in and out tonight, and an Aries member. And I need to tell Ray I don't need picked up for J Dollar tomorrow. I'll walk over. Turn it back over to you, Earl. KA8NJW.
Boy, that's short and sweet. Yeah, it's a block. I think it's almost two blocks if you count the other parking lot. So there you go. I'll go ahead and make a little announcement on what Jerry's talking about. Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, and I guess I'm allowed to do this. It's not advertising for any product that I'm trying to buy, sell, or trade. But if you're hungry and you want to have all the cholesterol you can handle for one whole day, because you may not get that at your normal breakfast, you can stop over to Emmanuel Baptist Church. It's on 23rd and Liberty, I believe. And go over to the side door. If you go onto the little half alley that's there, I'll try and let you in over there. And starts at 9 o'clock. There'll be tables and chairs set in there, and a little bit, a bite of dinner to eat, a little message from our pastor, and you'll be out there by no later than, I'd say, 10 o'clock. If you want to stick around and chat with a couple other people, that's fine. But it's the McFriend's $J breakfast. It's being held at Emmanuel Baptist Church. I'd love to have you come over and join us there. All righty. Is there any other Echolink that I missed? Or if you'd like to check in on Echolink, call me and we'll figure out how to get you connected if you want to do that. But or show up on one of our club meetings and we'll explain it to you. All right. Any other Echolink? Okay, sometimes KETUE checks in, and I didn't hear him this evening. So with that, again, I have very, very slow writing habits. I can only get about maybe 2 letters every second, so in your call. So slow and easy, and I'll take low power. That's 10 watt or 1 watt, well, 5 watts or less, or mobiles. You can check in, and would you also, using the repeater, wait for the beep before you try and key the radio. If you key it on top of somebody else, sometimes it doesn't always connect the other repeaters together. So wait for the beep and give me your name, your call, your name, and whether or not you're Aries, and whether you are in or out. It's KB8HRG.
Control, W8L.
Kilo Echo 8 Uniform Tango Oscar disconnected.
Net control. This is KB8 KSB mobile this evening. I am Aries, and I'll be in and out, Earl. Net control. This is KE8YNY Tom, non-Aries. I'll be in and out.
Control, this is Dave, N8NWV. I am low power, and I'll be in and out tonight, Earl. You started out real good. Keep it up.
Net control, this is Kilo, November 6, Papa, Victor, Bravo. Name is Paul. I am non-Aries, and I will be in and out.
Net control, this is Kilo Bravo 8, Yankee Alpha Victor, Kenny Aries.
N8UFR, Steve, non-Aries, portable. I'll just say good evening to everybody. I'm in and out.
Net WY8L.
Hold on, Charlie, or Barney. I didn't forget you. Okay, there was somebody after Steve who checked in with just a real quick beep on top of each other. So whoever was after Steve, give me a call. Okay, well, if you tried again, I didn't get anything there. So I don't know if you just don't have enough signal to get into repeater or not. So I'm going to stop. I have WY8L, who's on the top of the list. So Barney, go ahead and make your comments.
WY8L, non-Aries. I have some comments about a product that I think people should be aware of. If you have the slightest tendency toward any kind of pet allergy or any other allergy, you would not want, based on the experience that I had with this product, it almost killed me. It attacked my breathing and my heart rate, and the only way that we discovered that it was causing a problem was that we got away from the house for about 4 hours, and the effects started to minimize. The product is advertised to be pet friendly and people friendly, which it is not. And I will phonetically spell the name of the two products, and if you have questions, I believe my phone number's on the roster. If it isn't, you can contact me through the ham radio roster. Based on my experience with this product, it nearly killed me. And I was very fortunate to get away from it in time to kind of reverse the effects. I'm still suffering some major effects in my legs and in my breathing, but nothing compared to what I had. The product name I will spell phonetically. There's actually two products. One came out in 1973 and one came out in 1974. The company
Hey, Barney, I think you timed it out.
died.
Yeah, Barney, I think you timed out the repeater, too. So, anyway, the product he's talking about is called STEM, and I don't remember, I looked it up, and he had a severe reaction to it. KBD charging.
Is this thing working now?
Yeah, it is, but you timed out the repeater the first go around, so after you were there, try it again, but don't key it down as long.
Because I'm a windbag. Warning about the two products. One is called TiVo, Tom, Echo, Victor, Oscar, and they came out in 73, or 2003, and then the latest one came out this year, and it's called STEM, like the stem of a flower plant, and it's Sierra, Tom, Echo, Mike. Get them out of your house. They're deadly dangerous.
Okay, hey Barney, I'll let them know what you were using it for. Same issue that I had originally, and that is getting rid of ants. So it's a hand spray container. Barney talked to me about that earlier. Got anything else, Barney?
I think I've run my mouth long enough.
Okay, well, Barney, thanks again for letting us know about that, because some people have severe reactions to different things, and you never know what could affect you, and doesn't always affect everybody else. So there you go. All right, after...
What about this choice?
I already talked to him. Okay, after that we had KB8 KSB Rick, and he's in and out. We have Tom, who is KE8YNY. I think he was out. N8 NWV Dave was in and out. I have Paul, KN6PUB, and he is also out. And then Kenny, we have a comment from you, KB8YNY. Or YNB.
Yeah, good evening, Net Control. I'm glad you can hear me. It's a recently reprogrammed little tiny mobile plugged into a little power supply on my desk. I'm in town tonight. The last couple of times I've tried to get on through Echolink by being out of town, the system's not letting me in. I tried there a little while ago. I could hear a couple of fellows chatting, but all of a sudden I can't get in now. Maybe I can work with Connor later on. But thank you for the opportunity to check my radio. KBA-YAV clear.
Okay, Kenny, check with Connor and make sure he's got you listed to be on this side of it. And if you've already registered with Echolink, then that's all that's really required. All right, after you, Kenny, there was N8UFR, Steve, and he was also out. So I'm ready for still a few more low power or mobiles. Call now, slowly, and again, wait for the beep.
Net Control. This is KJ4YHF. Kilo Juliet 4 Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. My name is Greg. I am non-Aries. I am in and out.
KB8HRG. This is KC8FSI. Matt. Non-Aries and in and out. I'll listen her out.
This is.
Kilo Echo 8 Tango Kilo Yankee disconnected.
But you might be overloaded by the front end of the other radio or the radio repeater at your place. If that's the case, just key once and then let up, and key once again and let up. Whatever's going on there, you're not making it. Anyone after Bill, KBHRG, give me a call.
N8TWV, Ray, I'm Aries, I'll be in, and check in KB8YPB, Emily, she's Aries, she's out.
Whiskey Victor 8 X-Ray. Dan, non-Aries, in.
Okay, we're going to pause there for a little bit, and thanks for checking in, Dan. I haven't heard you in there earlier. KJ4YHF checked in. It's Greg is in and out. KC8FSI, Matt checked in. KE8GGV, I think that was Bill, but I can't verify that. N8TWV, Ray, and he is in, so I'll take a comment from him.
Okay, I think you were calling for me to make comments. First off, I heard Jerry say he didn't need a ride in the morning, so I got that. And Gina called me this evening, and I don't know for sure, but I think she may be considering selling her house and moving into an apartment. And she has a lot of Harold's radio stuff that she has no idea what all they are, don't know how to unhook them or anything. She really wants to get rid of them. And so I know there's a good Kenwood radio in the bunch, but don't know what all else. Probably some 2-meter handhelds and maybe a couple of mobiles. I'm not sure what all she does have. She don't know really, but she would just like for somebody to come and unhook them and maybe take some of them if she might be looking for a little bit of money, but you can just about name your own price, I think. Anyway, I told her I'd pass that along. Anyone, I think her number is probably in the roster, but Gina Dooley. But if it's not, I could give you the number. That's all I have. NATWV.
Okay, thank you, Ray, for that. And I ran into her son the other day at Walmart, but he didn't mention anything about that. And Jerry and I can probably get together with you and a couple other people and make an arrangement to kind of give her an idea of what it's worth, and if she wants to advertise them for sale, we'll put out a flyer or a bulletin for that. You might call her back and let her know that we can do that for her. If you'd like to do that, Ray, I'd appreciate it. After that, we had Gina checked in, KB8, or Emily checked in, KB8YPB, and then we had Dan, W8PAR. Dan, I haven't heard you in a while. I heard you on the radio earlier today, so what's your comments tonight? Go ahead.
HRG in the net. Well, I'm like I said a little earlier. I've been building a room in the basement for a shack, and it's 8 by 16, but 8 by 12 is the actual radio and repair part. So it's just almost done. It's done enough that I have a Heathkit Mohican general coverage receiver, and it's not tore apart all the way, but I've been checking, looking for suspect capacitors and checking them in their ESR. Thankfully, I haven't run into any cans that are multi-capacitor cans that are bad. So that's pretty much it from here. I'm not too far, hopefully spring, from trying to get a tower up and get some HF antennas and put this J-pole and maybe another 2-meter 440 antenna up on top. That's about it from here, Earl. So I hope to be checking in a little more often now. KB8HRG in the net, WV8X.
Well, Dan, it's always good to hear you. I think we're still low power and whatever. I was going to mention also, getting ready, you might check out. I ran into a couple of things. I'll cover that a little bit later on, and getting prepared to do the net. But I'll finish that a little bit later. Dan, are you planning on getting ready to do the field day with us, because we missed you last year.
That's in the plans. Yeah, that's always a good time. I always enjoyed that. So, KB8HRG, W8X.
BL repeater.
Okay, that's the bottom of my list, 19, and I don't know if there's any low power or mobile still out there. But we are well into the half an hour into the net, so I'm going to open it up to everybody. Again, wait for the beep and give me a call. Give me your call first, then your name, and whether or not you're Aries, and whether you'd like to make a comment. With that, it's up to you. Wait for the beep.
This is AC8MW, Denny, non-Aries.
This is Whiskey Victor 8 Juliet Charlie Romeo, named Connor, and I am Aries.
This is KF8 ADF Teresa, non-Aries, and I'll be in and out.
This is W8ALLM Ken, Aries, in and out. This is KD8NRV Tom, non-Aries, I'll be in and out.
This is KZ8U Brian, not Aries, in.
KB8HRG. Here is KE8YXF Corey, Aries, and I'll be in and out. Thanks for doing that, Earl.
Here is Kilo Foxtrot 8, November Whiskey, KF8NW, Larry, Aries, in. Check in and out for Kilo 8, Sierra, Uniform Zulu. That's Susan.
Okay, hold it right there. I got to figure out where I'm at. Dan, I guess Denny was in, so it's KC8M, or, well, anyway, Denny, AC8MW. I got your call messed up, but okay, Denny, AC8MW, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, Earl and Ruth. Good to hear everybody this evening. Sounding good. I'm 3 weeks ago yesterday, I had my prostate surgery, and that was a success, and I got that out of my system, and recovering here at home well, and so I'm thankful for that everything went okay. Glad to see this cold snap come in, because it was getting to be too hot, you know. But anyway, grass is growing, and spring's coming, and I'm looking forward to it. And that's about all I got, Earl. I'll turn it back to you. KB8HRG, AC8MW.
Okay, I'm glad your operation was a success, and I hope you're getting back on the mended side there. Okay, Conard, what do you have for me? KBD Churchy.
Well, we have lots of different frequency beeps and things are working like they're supposed to, so that's cool. I'll first apologize to Dan, W8X. I realize now who you are, Dan. I didn't recognize. I didn't put the call and the name with the face earlier, and then when you checked in and were commenting, so good to hear you. And anyway, if you need help with that tower, let me know. This is W8JCR. Good evening. Try to keep the Park Club website updated with goings on with the repeaters and everything's, I think, working fairly well. You'll find all the frequencies and things there. Links are all active. Seems to be doing what it's supposed to be doing. There's a few comments or a few calendar events that I picked up from Kenny's Net on Sunday. Got the Challenger Mountwood coming up on the April the 21st. I think he needs some help with that, so if you'd like to have some more information or try to help with that event, you can find the link to it on the Park Club website in the calendar, and reach out to Kenny, W8LLM. Also, in June, there's the Chick-fil-A Road Run. Same thing, W8LLM. Probably use a little bit of help there, and you'll probably find me out on both of those events. Also that weekend, on 6/22, that's field day, so there you go. That's a few events I do have so far. Trying to think what else there was. I'm going to reset the computer real quick. That was Bill that checked in. I heard him fine on the 3.9. I think maybe he keyed up too quick and it didn't have a chance to relay over properly, so I think it's what happened. So he came in completely clear, so there wasn't anything wrong RF-wise. So you might call back for Bill, KVHUGV. So let's see. I feel like there was something else, but I don't know what else there was. You have the solar eclipse coming up on the 8th also, so that'll be fun again. There's links to all that information on the Park Club website. I think that's probably it for now. If I think of anything else, I'll recheck. So appreciate you doing the net, Earl, and everybody have a good week. This is W8JCR. Back to net.
Okay, thank you, Conard. KF8ADF. Teresa was in and out. And after that, I had Kenny, W8LLM, checked in. KD8A. I don't know what I wrote down here. Tom, you checked in and out as well. And then had Susan. And Brian. Okay. You got, okay. Brian, you got KZ8U. Every time I have a short call like that, it just drives my brain nuts. I'm dyslexic, and you only got 4 letters, so how could you mess that up? It's pretty easy for my brain. So Brian checked in, but didn't say he didn't check out. So what do you got?
Good evening, everybody on the net. I started a part-time job at Eastern High School yesterday, teaching students to ham radio and to get their ham radio license. And along with it, I'm a math tutor too. So that's been fun. And it's been cold here. I had a cold there with the temperature going up and down. I had a cold, but I'm over it now. So back net control is KZ8U.
Okay, and I take it you're a musician, or I've heard you mention you play banjo or something?
I play guitar mostly. I got a banjo. I used to be able to play it, but yeah, I play in the jams around here local, like at the library and out at Stewart.
Okay, Tom, and the only reason I mentioned that is you just might have Jane, or Brian, is I just might have Jane exercise your talent at one of our gatherings or Christmas gatherings. Or if you like to bring it down there and just do a tune for us sometime at the BYOB or something, that would be okay. Anyway, anything else for that?
Oh, no, that's all. 73.
KE8YXF or Corey was next. He checked in and out. Then I had KF8NW. Larry, I know you always have something for me, so what do you got?
Okay, KB8HRG in the net, KF8NW. It's been nice with the system of W8PAR working all three repeaters. One of the things that kind of drives me crazy is hearing Columbus all the time. So I rest over here now on the 444 frequency, and I don't hear any of that stuff. Pretty good. Went to visit my truck today. I got a 52 Chevy truck that the high schoolers over at Parkersburg South High School's body and fender tech class is working on. They've done a ton of work, getting ready to smear some paint on it here. Should have it in a couple of weeks. But I invited them to use the truck in a car show that they have over there and just let everybody else see what they've done. And I've appreciated all that they've done. Ready to buy the paint now. You would not believe the price of paint, right? But we'll get it done and probably be out motoring in it this summer and fall especially. And I've been having to clean the garage to make sure I have room for it. An ongoing task. I clean it and then it fills up again with stuff. Encouraged to hear Brian talking about ham radio course there at the school and the fact that he's got him some hours to perpetuate his lifestyle. That's all encouraging to hear. Just FYI, we are discussing, several of us in the Park Club and also Wood County Emergency Communications about coming up with some basic electronics classes just to help you better understand what we're talking about when we say inductors, capacitors, resistors. I don't know how far beyond that we would go. Maybe get into things like propagations and feed lines and other things. So all of that's real encouraging. And again, congratulations there to you, Brian. Keep up the good work. Break. Several of you know I had the way I obtained the 1952 Chevy pickup truck was by selling a restored 1954 Nash Metropolitan. And I sold it through a broker. They came and picked it up, took care of the paperwork and all that stuff. And the gal that I was working with in Lancaster, or Lancaster, I guess they say, up that way, PA, I talked to her on the phone today, and she was telling me that my little Metropolitan now resides in Staten Island, New York. Some guy bought it, took it over there. That's about it. 73. God bless. KF8NW.
Okay, Larry, thanks for that. And Susan checked in and out. you're number 28. I have 2 more spots here before I hit 30. So anyone else would like to check in, give me a call. KBD Churchy.
W8ZMX. St. Ray, non-Aries, and I'm in.
Then I'll recheck her.
Kilo Echo 8 Whiskey India Lima, Jason, non-Aries, and I'll be in and out.
Okay, hold it right there. All right, Ray, go ahead and give me your comments real quick. KD8ZMX.
Good evening, Earl. Everybody on the net, glad to hear everybody on here. For Connor, talking about eclipse, I'm going to record outside during that time, and usually when you're whenever there's an eclipse, all the birds go really quiet, thumbs them out. For the teacher, there is a frequency on 39, or there's 39 point, hold on, 3.919. There's a group that gets in there 7 o'clock in the evening. It's a fun group or something like that. At least one day a week they have a lot of kids on there talking back and forth. My little puppy to the vet today to get her checkup, and she's doing really well. She's 2 years old now, and she weighs 110 pounds, and she's still got more growing to do. Automatic antenna tuner on HF. I've been getting some RF into it. I'll hit the tune button on the ICOM and it tunes. Does really good on tuning. And then when I let up off of the tune button and I start to talk, it starts to retune again. Apparently it's getting some RF into it, so hopefully I'll get that straightened out. Last Friday, I was contacted that a company in Florida needed a project road, so I spent the weekend, or Saturday, writing a program for the Arduino for controlling some relays and push buttons and LEDs and stuff like that, and a guy come by Sunday, checked it all out, and it's now in Florida, and it seems to be working. So back to you, Earl. You're doing a good job, and this is W8ZMX.
Okay, Conrad, I didn't get a beep that time.
Yeah, he confused it when he keyed a couple times, and he didn't transmit the last bit of his comments over because he keyed a couple times sequentially, and he wasn't sure what was going on.
Okay, yeah, and Conrad has a recheck there, but I want to also acknowledge the KE8WEL, Jason checked in and out, so I'll just let you know that. Okay, Conrad, go ahead with your recheck.
I was just going to relay the packet check-ins on 145690. If you have packet capability, frequencies listed on the Park Club website at the top. You can check into the net with connect to PKBNET, Papa Kilo Bravo Nancy Echo Tango. And tonight so far we've got KBA KSB Rick on packet and Joe W8JTW. Back to net.
Alrighty, well, I'll give them an extra 2 check-ins, I guess, if that's all right with you. I don't know how that works. but Rick already checked in here on packet, on voice, and Joe has not. I'm going to give a call real quick for KE8GGV. I left him out of the net list there. So I know sometimes he's had trouble holding the button down on his radio or something. So Bill, go ahead and give me a call.
It's KE8GGV. You get me now, Earl?
Yes, I am. Go ahead, Bill.
Okay, you're doing a fine job. No, I was home. I have trouble at home. I'm not home right now, and same radio and same thing, and it works just fine. Well, I'm on 5 watts instead of whatever low power is, what I do at home. But anyway, I don't know. I'm doing something wrong somewhere. Anyway, KE8GGV, back in net control.
Okay, Bill. Well, one of the things I didn't warn you about was if you're in there with 2 repeaters going on and RF, and you can be desensed by the repeater being on. So it'll desense. Well, I was thinking maybe your handheld or something was making it so it was cutting the RF out on your radio, where you couldn't hear. So you didn't hear it click. You wouldn't hear it burp because you're getting desensed by the transmitter. So you wouldn't hear it on your radio, so it would get you confused. So that's what it's about to mention. But yeah, real quick, anything else, Bill?
Nothing I can think of. KE8GGV, I'll be clear with you. Net control's doing good. Back to net control.
Okay, KB8HRG net control. Is anyone else out there want to make a couple more checks? Is there anyone else that I missed tonight on my list that has already checked in, or is anyone else want to check in that I have not allowed time for? So go ahead, give me a call after the beep. Give me your name or your call, your name, and whether or not you're Aries.
KE8WIL, Jason with the recheck.
Go ahead, Jason.
Confirm the last 3 of my calls that I got for you. It's Whiskey India Lima, not Whiskey Echo Lima.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got that. I'm sorry. And we have another guy in here, the W8PAR, and I was listening to that and got confused. You sound just a little bit like him, so okay, I'm sorry about that, Jason.
KF8NW with recheck.
Okay, Larry, go ahead.
After I heard Ray up in Pleasant County talking about his calf, they don't make dogs that big. That's how big calves get. But glad to hear the pup's doing okay, Ray. You had asked about Kurt. I mentioned that I was going to go see him the other day. Blaine, W8IOE, and I did that, and he's holding his own. He is over at the facility in Reno, Ellison. And then Blaine and I went to see one of our neighbors who was in another facility down in Belfry. But Kurt's doing okay. KF8NW.
Okay, thanks for letting us know about Kurt there. Appreciate you filling us in. Anyone else? And if not, I have a real quick comment I want to make.
VHZMX recheck.
Go ahead.
Something wrong when I was going through my comments. I kept letting off on the mic so the machine wouldn't time out. Do I not do that?
Here's how it would work best whenever you let up on the mic, just because of the links. I know it sounds silly, but go ahead and wait until you hear a courtesy beep after you were let up, and then key. That keeps the controllers knowing where its signals are going, and if you key on top, it might keep the one repeater on top of you. I guess what I'm trying to say is it will re-key, but it will be on the repeater that you're on or the input frequency that you're on. It may not bring up the others.
Well, thanks a bunch, and hopefully maybe that will help somebody else not make the same mistake. Over.
All right, thanks again. And I'm going to make a real quick comment, and I'm already running out of time. Next week, it should be Mike KD8BTI, and that will be the 25th, or the 26th, rather. Again, I'm going to mention that there's the $J breakfast, or the McFriend's $J breakfast at the Emmanuel Baptist Church tomorrow morning at 9. And transportation and all that other stuff, if you need rides or something, there's several of us in the club who will kind of get you there if you need to be. I have to be there a little early. The other comment I was going to make real quick was today and yesterday, and Connor and I have been playing around with a bunch of weird stuff. I found just by checking out some of my equipment that in my house, I ended up with 2 bad antennas. A bad combination of things. So eventually things, even though you don't think about it, they do go bad. I started out the net this evening on low power, and hopefully I punched it back up, and you probably didn't hear any difference. But earlier this afternoon I was using a bad antenna, so sometimes when you sound a little bit noisy, we're not trying to be critical about it. We just want to help you out so that it's easier for people to make use of the repeater and have fun with it. So that's the whole point behind it. Don't really have anything else I want to add. Jane's chiped herself in and out. So with that, if Kenny's listening, Kenny, I'll go ahead and give you a report before I close the net. W8LLM, you ready to receive?
W8LLM.
You have your pencil in hand? If so, I had 32 check-ins, a total of 16 Aries, and a run time of 1 hour. Try 60 minutes. Is that adequate?
Affirmative. W8LLM.
Okay, well with that, I'm going to turn the repeater back over to regular amateur use. And again, I hope to see you tomorrow morning. If not, see you at the fishing hole tomorrow afternoon. If not, I'll see you on later on down the log. Thanks for participating in the Parkersburg Amateur Radio Club 2-meter net. Good night.